all these experiences. I have 3 degrees, like I'm a lawyer, like I went through all of these experiences. I did all these things. Listen, brother, none of these, I've won countless awards. None of these things have afforded me any kind of respect or recognition whatsoever in any meaningful way. Now,
Mm,
I have seen, because I have eyes, and
mm,
heard, because I have ears, that
mm,
this is a thing that occurs for many people. That when they get certain degrees, that it is looked upon a certain way, that people will say certain things to them, that people will acknowledge them in a certain manner, or
yeah,
think about them in a certain manner. It's
yeah.
very easy to perceive the difference between that happening and not happening, right? But like,
Hmm.
probably for a racialized white person, they would never even think about that, because why would they? You have no reason to think about how someone is perceiving you to that level of specificity. And so like, it's almost like there's this whole other layer of like understanding perception and its impact on outcomes and reality that is
Hmm.
missing from statistical
Hmm.
analysis. And so that's
Sure.
part of the issue, is that like we're not actually looking at the whole pie if we just rely
Yeah.
on statistics. Not to mention that, a lot of the statistics in the race context, they're not generated typically with the intention to actually discover truth, I would argue, and that's pretty easy uh, to find out. So, anyways, these are just some of the ways,
Yeah.
like I said, there's an infinite universe, but just some of the ways in which I find there's a lot of divides that people are unaware of, and I'm constantly
Yeah.
bridging them. I found many ways to bridge many of them.
Yeah.
However, it's such a big set that, like, I try to just find more and more. I'm just trying to collect data at this point and just see if there is some kind of universal way to approach the problem. I understand everyone's in different places and you got to meet people where they're at. Trust me, I'm a teacher. I've been
Yeah.
teaching for a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. For sure.
But
Yeah.
like, ultimately, you know, the damage that this problem is doing, while we think of, what the perfect recipe for a solution is, it's incalculable. And yeah, I guess for me, having knowledge of that, I can't really think of it the same way. Like that is my bias. Is that like, having the knowledge of, like, a lot of the consequences and watching them play
Hmm.
out where other people are sometimes completely oblivious, have no idea that race is acting on them whatsoever, and watching
Yeah.
that over and over and over. It's uh, it does definitely influence the way that I think about the issues, the way that I approach them, but it's really my intention that leads it, everything. My intention is to lessen racism in our environment.